either.
That's what I wondered if she would. I think they're asking if we want to start.
Do you want to start?
Let's give it one more minute to 5:30. We'll give Brian till official starting time. So like 60 seconds. Okay, now my clock just turned 5:30 on my phone, so
Now we're not.
now it says 5:30 now, so
20 seconds.
yeah. I was trying to give him a chance to get here.
He's probably in Vegas again.
Yeah, he's probably somewhere.
Good. Okay. All right.
All right, let's call this meeting to order. Is there any public comment? No, I don't think so. I think we're good, unless we get something over the technology. Approval of minutes. Can I hear a motion?
I'll make a motion to approve the minutes. Where are the minutes though? I mean, do you keep them and submit them, Dave, or how does that work?
They're usually in your council packet.
Okay, okay.
Thank you.
Minutes so approved. Items of business, DPW supervisor report. Mr. Dave?
All right, what we have is basically just have a bunch of updates. The first one, continue to work with Paula, C2E on budgeting for road work projects. Looks like everything, we're trying to do that, another grant thing, so everything's gonna get moved up. Instead of doing 22, it'll be 22, 23 instead of. But what we're looking at is bidding out for some of the road work for the crack sealing, so we take that, some of that out of the grant stuff. And we also have, they finally called me back, so we're gonna have the crack seal trailer for us around the first week of June. So we'll be able to do a little bit of it in-house. I mean, we're not anywhere near as proficient as they are when they come in and do it.
Yeah.
But I've been fighting for 3 years to get this thing, so if they're gonna offer it, we're gonna use it.
Yep.
But other than that, that's kind of where we're at on the projects. Lagoons, we're having a hard time getting our phosphorus levels down to meet our new requirements. And so we're working with Rural Water and Brett Bodner and Eagle. Brett Bodner is with Eagle and C2AE to figure out the best way for us to move forward as far as whether to keep using the alum, because we've used alum and we're having a hard time getting that number. It's got to be below 1. And we're ranging anywhere from 1.2 to the last one was 1.6.
What's it supposed to be at?
Less than 1.
Less than 1?
Less than 1. For years, it has always been just a monitoring report. Well, now in the last series of the updates, when we renewed the last lagoon certificate of coverage, and they've done it to everybody, everybody's got to meet this less than 1 phosphorus level. So we're not the only ones having issues.
What's the penalties if we don't?
Well, I'm trying not to find that out.
Okay, I mean, because I'm sure with the state and everything that if you don't.
If
I'm
you
sure
don't,
there's-
if you don't, then they won't give you their blessings to discharge. And
No.
so you end up either discharging outside of your permit parameters, and then you get a slap on the wrist and have to explain what you're doing
Yeah,
and what you're gonna do in the future to stop this. And that's what I'm trying to avoid is, so we're trying to get the numbers below 1 so we can discharge without.
okay. And we are actively in the process of trying to get it under 1.
Correct.
Okay, so if the state were to, we
Yeah,
can
and-
say we're doing everything we can. to
Yep, and they know
rectify
that. I am constantly in contact with Mr. Bodner, who's our Eagle representative from the states.
it. Okay,
So you're saying other people have the same issue?
Correct.
And so
Other-
they're looking for maybe other options to treat it with it?
Correct. What has happened is usually they treat with ferric acid or alum. And they treat like when you move water from cell to cell. So you would move water from cell 2 to the finished cell. And you would treat it at that point. Well, the problem that we're running into is our cells were already full. So I don't have any room to move water back and forth.
yeah,
So I'm trying to get it treated in that pond as opposed to moving water back and forth. And once we get this going and get it figured out, then we'll have a system that will work, but it's just a matter of getting that initial one down. It's already stagnant water. Well, it's not stagnant, but it's already
Yeah.
isolated water in that discharge.
Well, hopefully find something else maybe that treats it quicker. Do you know what I'm saying? Or some
Correct.
other-
Correct, but
So-
what we really want to stay away from, if we can at all costs, is the ferric, because that ferric's a pretty nasty chemical. It turns everything orange and.
Yeah.
So-
But that will get it down if you need to.
Well, the alum will too. We're just hoping that we can. get
Yeah.
it.
Okay,
And-
well, I mean, as long as you're actively in the process of trying to rectify it,
And,
I
and one
would,
of-
I would assume the state will,
Yeah,
keep
yeah,
their
they'll-
hands off.
Yep, they'll work with us. And one of the things that we had in the budget was a bypass pump. And after talking with Adam from C2AE today, he said that is also a second use for that, is doing this, because you can pull water out of the pond and put it right back into the pond and put your chemical in at that time, and it agitates it and circulates it better than the boat does. So
So are we purchasing that then? It was in the
It-
budget,
it's in the budget.
but have we started to purchase it
No, no. It's in this year's.
coming up? Okay.
Mr. Harris is scheduled to take his lagoon testing on May 5th.
Okay.
So keep our fingers crossed that goes well for him. The Little League had a work day last weekend.
So,
They did a ton of work out there, moving some crusher dust around in the ball fields and the other fields, and they were pretty busy. But
It's nice that they're teaching the kids. that
yeah,
too.
and it looked good too. We got the monsoons on Sunday afternoon.
Yeah.
But yeah, there was kids involved. I mean, it wasn't just a parent thing, so everybody seemed to be having a pretty decent day. I'm currently in the process. I've already done one. I'm getting ready to do the second one. Will be done this week of the water sampling, so we can open the fountains out there at the park. The bathrooms are open, but the drinking fountains aren't. And spring cleanup it started, and it's just been ongoing. It looked like a war zone when we started this morning, so.
Are you guys going to do anything where, when people are cleaning their yards, if they have any debris to put down by the road, any days where you'll come by and pick stuff up?
We don't do it on a scheduled day. If we see it, we grab it.
Okay.
That's what we've been doing. We've done everything. We did everything from sticks to leaves to clumps of grass, to you name it today, so.
Okay, so it's just, if you see something out,
Yeah.
you'll just come grab it.
Yep.
Okay. Because, yeah, with the weather getting nice, people will be
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
busy doing that.
And then, I'll be getting a price on a tree. The chief of police brought a tree up to my attention today on Grand River Road. It's got big hole in it, so. You know, we'll be getting that down before Mother Nature does it, and takes it across the road, so.
Did something happen to these trees at the park? Because it looked like there was some fresh dirt that, were they,
That was us. It's topsoil. We tried to get it in there and it was pretty wet, so we backed off and trying to let it dry out so we can finish topsoil it and seed it.
how do you feel like those trees are coming?
I was actually pretty impressed. There was way more buds on them than I thought there was gonna be, so.
That's good.
And we tightened the chains and stuff, or the cables down, we tightened the cables down. We gotta pack a little bit of dirt around them and get some fertilizer and stuff on them again, but as long as we keep up with them, I think they'll do all right. And that was all I had, unless you guys had something.
Okay, do we have, so from what we've seen, there were no action items that we need for council.
No.
Okay.
When do you think we might get an idea about the play structures at Big Scout Park? Have they had any idea of, I know it's back ordered.
Just one.
Yeah, I know,
I've got two of them.
right, but the piece that's back ordered, do we have any clue?
they said it could be another 6 to 7 months.
Really?
All depends on metals and when they can get stuff in, and plus that one's got like 3 different colors on it, so. But that's all I can tell you. I was on the phone with him before I left for vacation, so
Okay.
beginning of last week.
Okay, I just
so.
wondered if we heard anything more. And you don't want to put the other ones in until you get that one, is that?
No, we're gonna start putting the other.
Are
ones
you,
in.
okay, because
Yeah.
last time I heard, I thought you were trying to wait for that third one.
No,
Okay, okay,
no, we have them. I want to start getting them in. We was just waiting
Okay.
for weather to break a little bit, so we weren't trying to pour. We got to pour pads. We didn't want to
Right.
pour concrete pads when it was below freezing.
okay.
No, that wouldn't be good. Okay, so are there any other items of business or any concerns? Anything? Anything on your, I mean, everything's going along the way it should? This time of the year, everything's good?
It's busy.
And then you guys, I assume, are getting ready for Carnival?
Oh, yeah. We'll be bringing up the tables and the chairs and all that stuff. That'll be going out the first week of May, so.
Okay. All right. Well, if there is nothing else,
I'll make a motion to adjourn.
second. Boom. That was quick and painless. Yeah, see, Brian misses all the easy ones.
Did you get us?
Hello.
Yes, I did.
Thank you.